But damn it, they're pretty. And they're also heavy, and I'm a long ways away. Damn it. A little bit right there sticking out of the ground. Look how big that is. And this is on the same hill as the champion one came from. Well, I was up on the top of the world. I was 4 miles away from the nearest piece of equipment, and I finally came across what I call my petrified clay. And I was so excited. You can see, now, if you look at it, you can see just how packed that material is. It is alloy of some kind of volcanic ash, but it is so tightly packed, it gives you every opportunity to actually produce nodules of any kind and creed. Well, here, bam, here I come across the first outcrop within that, and I have a massive crystal void. It has got great big old dog teeth in it. It is just, and I am sitting in 30 plus mile an hour winds at approximately, I would say, near 10,000 feet. And I'm looking at this going, what in the world am I going to do? The more I looked at this, the more the whole outcrop is actually a crystal formation. So it is almost like it is a nodule that is multi-tons. And it is out there, and I am just sitting here going, what in the world can I do with this? Now, down the hill, basically from here, and I'm trying to show close-ups, so forgive that it's a little bit wibbly, and I'm going to do some digging and cleaning out some of that dirt that basically has settled in that void ever since a vug, whatever you want to call it, the crystal quartz pocket. That is dust that has been gathering up in that for years. So you can see right there off that left-hand side of that hammer, you can see the whole thing is got that agatized material. Now, we are going to be cutting what I found. I found a detached portion of this nodule. And we're going to be cutting that to see just how beautiful this may be within it. It is one of the nodules that we were going to be cutting here today. I wanted to show you out in the field what structure I was getting this from. Look at how large those dog teeth are. And I am just sitting here going, what am I going to do? I don't want to destroy this. But you can see just how large this is. I mean, it is a multi-ton nodule that's just, I couldn't stop filming it. It was unbelievable. I found down the hill, I actually found the one that was actually in the prequel, the large nodule. You'll see a lot more of it here coming. It was the only thing that I truly felt like I could take from this structure without actually doing damage to the structure. And I'm getting a little flashy there, but it's coming. This this nodule, you will see, is actually coming, and I'm going to be showing you here, I think, right approximately about now. Well, I'm out. Buzz not out yet. And she's going to bring the razor up. We're on Agate Hill, and I walked the whole thing. I got back into this zone that produces the toads, where she got her champion rock. I'll stretch it up like this. Well, I was going along, not saying anything. That's how it is. And then I seen that little bit right there sticking out of the ground. And look how big that is. And this is on the same hill as the champion one came from. So this is looking real good. So I don't know about this freaking hill, but it's freaking stupid. Here we have that big nodule. The nodule that I collected no more than 200 yards from where Christina picked up her champion nodule that we love so much, with the fortification bands, with everything that you like, quartz with a little bit of a geo pocket with water leveling. The coloration of the fortifications are beautiful, being the smoky look to it. It's just an absolute beauty. And we had no clue, but this was found no more than 200 yards on the same hill from where she had located that one. And when I found this, of course, I was in absolute awe, because I know just how large this nodule is. It is huge. It is so huge. I mean, it's just a monster. And it is a full-fledged calcinium laced nodule. If it has the fortifications, it is going to be absolutely, positively fantastic. So we are going to look at it the best we can, and I will flip it around. Now here's the other end. Now, it is a very common within channels that they pick up river tumbled agates. I prefer them coming right out of the matrix. I don't know what this would, if this was actually tumbled down a river, it'll eventually get to the heart of it. It'll eventually get to wherever, but is it the Rhine or something? That Rhine is just absolutely just adds character. And if we can get this to perform, and I said it's big enough that 20-inch slab saw is going to have all it can muster to actually produce or to cut this. I've cut bigger, but this is, oh, what is inside? Come on, what is inside of this? Well, that's the reason why we prospect by saw. The odds are this is going to be beautiful, just for the fact, hopefully the signature holds in place compared to the one, that lovely one that Christina has collected. That's one of our favorites. All right, here is the only crystal vug geode that I could produce or gather that was freed from that large outcrop that had the huge crystal formation at the top of the world. We have a lot of crystal dog teeth. Look at that. We have everything. It could use a better cleaning. But we will see. We'll put it in a saw, the old 20-inch Covington, and we will see what this could potentially be. Now, if you look, we have promising fortifications. You can see that, but we also have unpromising some fractures. I don't know how. If you look at the top of this, there's hardly anything that I can see that's fractured. So, but I don't know how deep that fracture has went. I can't see it on the top and the rind, but that one makes me awful nervous. So, that whole outcrop, I do believe, is crystals. The video, if you really pay attention and look, there's little windows that you can see that is kind of cut through the rind, the exposure. It's eroding, and it has beautiful, there's no azimuth, but wow, was those crystal terminations Jimmy. They were crystal clear, and to me, that is very, I don't really necessarily like citrine. Azimuth is definitely, favorites to a lot. But true, pure, crystal clear, diamond-like quartz crystals are very, very unique and beautiful. So we will go, and we're going to put this in the saw, and we are going to see what we produce with this particular nodule, to see if we are going to spend time going back up. I think it's worth it, but after a while, you explore, you locate enough, I like to call pseudo claims. You locate enough things, you start running out of days to reinvestigate. And sometimes you really don't know what you're finding at that moment, hence prospecting by saw. But this, I can tell you how pretty that's going to be inside that. Is it hollow? It doesn't feel hollow. It feels very solid. But is it going to be beautiful? And we'll have pure, clean, we should have pure, clean quartz. If I cut it, if it would, at least, it's too, cutting it will always have unless it is a geode, have the potential of probably cutting through a lot of the terminations. But it could be absolutely beautiful. Hopefully it is just pure, clean, wonderful quartz crystals with inside of it. So anyway, now for the reveal. This is another one that I cut earlier, and hopefully we have something that's as pretty as this. And that large, we'll start out with the crystal one for the reveal. And that big nodule, we'll kind of just drag our feet a little bit, because I am so hoping that that is a beauty queen. But anyway, all right, well, here we'll go. And bam, there's our reveal. Now, well, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. It's not terrible. If you remember the outside of it, we go ahead. It's trying. And we've got some neat fortifications. You see how that crystal is within that matrix. You can see that void, vug, that it was working with. We decided to go across. This is trying to be very pretty, but the fracturing we can do without. So this might need an additional cut someday. Right now, and if you noticed, while editing this video, I noticed that this was actually the cap that was on top of that vug that was actually filled full of dust debris for soil within it. If you look at it and you go back and you look at that, it fits perfect on that vug. So this popped off of there. We have to return. Like I said, there's so many different things that we're going to have to go. Gosh, we're going to be heading down to northern Nevada here in a few weeks. And we'll be spending, I would say approximately, a couple of days, week. I don't know. But anyway. The thing is we have seen enough information. A little bit bent rod. We're sick of the snow. And we were going to film a video, which we might. Be a short. We've got some rock gardens that we could dig through the snow and probably find some pretty good stuff. Better than what we could probably find on the river. But boy, Teton River, nobody's mentioning it. And there is a video in the making by the Evolution of a Rock Hunter on the Teton River. I don't know when it's going to be released. We're going to try to make another trip so we can have some pretty good information to share with everybody. So now, drum roll please, we will go to the large nodule. All right. That is another look. Like I said, it's got that one little fracture. But this is beautiful. This is Christina. We've got several slabs. This is one of our favorite slabs of that nodule. You see just how pretty that is. Yeah, I haven't shown, but I can put a polish on these very quick. They might be not champion grade, but they're definitely decent enough to display your treasures. If you get the finest of finest, you could actually take it a step further. So we've got that, which is non-polished, but very pretty. Small dog teeth quartz pocket. I don't necessarily like nodule or geodes, but that has some pure calcinium around it. Very translucent, some plumes, just slight bit of fracturing on this one end right here, and of course we lost the end of it right there. Okay, now for the big nodule. Drum roll please. Boom. Oh my hell. This is a heartbreak, just like a Dear John letter in the mailbox. Look at that big damn thing. But it's full of stained quartz. Some people may like it. We're lagging a real good fortification. We've got some. We don't have a lot of fracturing, which is good. We've got some moss, dendrite type material in there. It's a pinch of a fracture, but my personal taste, I do not care for the dirty quartz. The dirty quartz is just a step dirtier. If it was maybe a big old geode in the center of it with some very nice dog-tooth crystals, it would look very nice. Here is the other half. And that is within it. It has got a moss of some kind that is kind of, people say, oh, there's dendrites. Well, kind of dendrites, for me, kind of look like fly droppings. Unless they really have like a tree formation or something. They just look dirty. It looks like floating coffee grounds in something that should be more pure. The same thing. What a disappointment. Can you see the difference between that and that? It's night and day. Night and day difference. You can see that it potentially had the making to do it, but it didn't do it. And that just makes me so ornery. And I don't think it's worth the wear and tear on the blade to cut it again. So, that's how it is. You get your heart broke. And I was so damn excited about that nodule. Believe me. I tried to show the anticipation of it during the course of this video, because that's how it felt. When I found that nodule, it was just, oh my gosh, because all I could do is actually see Christina's one, but larger, bigger, prettier. So anyway, the crystal. I am not joking. That crystal has probably, I would say, it could be 5 tons in that area. It is a great big, it looks like an igneous intrusion that sticks up, and it's full of crystals. So I guess we're going to have to call it the crystal motherlode pseudoplane. And guess what? That's a long ways. I need a pack of sleeping bag when I go up there the next time. It was a long ways. Like I said, it was 10,000 feet. 9,500 to 10,000 feet. So I hope you've liked this. This has been kind of drama-filled. I wish I would have produced a prettier big nodule, but that is one of the largest. I found big agate nodules. But as far as nodules themselves, this whole nodule, okay, that looked like a calcinium type style nodule, okay, that was the largest one that I have ever found. So anyway, please subscribe. Hope you've liked this. Hopefully I didn't torture you too much. Hey, I love you all, and you have a wonderful time. Take care. Hope to see you on the hill.